What's going on, guys? This is episode 2 of La Hora del Desmadre. Woo! We're back. And before we get things started, we're going to go ahead and start it off right.
Yes.
Right? So we're going to go ahead and do this right because we're going to start out with some shots. And we're over here. Oh, yeah. Tiene su salecita.
Limón, mi limón, no, hombre, porque si no, me muero.
You want a limón?
No, I'm good. I'm going to take it.
Ay,
Es que es macho.
Hey, pero ese
Macho
reel
está
earlier
macho.
no dijo que era macho.
Ajá, temprano, quién
I
sabe.
haven't seen that reel. Go into our page and see it.
Wait, let's take this shot first.
Cheers.
Salud.
Episode 2.
Perfection right there. Qué rico. Qué rico es la tequila, guys. Oh, God. We are back.
Yeah, we're here once again.
Episode 2.
Episode 2 is back and alive, well and said. We got a lot of stuff for y'all this episode, guys. So, definitely we're excited.
Yeah, we're very excited.
But yes, before we get everything started, we're going to go ahead and get these introductions going on. I know you already saw episode 1, but I just want to make sure everybody who's watching, who started on episode 2 can get to know everybody again. So, let's start it off with the person on my left.
The one, the only.
Yeah.
Adriana, once again, is here.
Yes, we like that. Yes,
Louder, girl,
yes.
louder. Como que si me quieres.
And the girl to my right, let me go ahead and tell your name, girl.
Hi, I'm Mayra. Woo! Since nobody cheers for me, I gotta cheer for myself.
Bougie, Myra. I'm just kidding. And of course, myself, Anthony. We're excited, guys. We got a lot of stuff going on for this episode. We just shared our first episode,
Yes,
guys.
and the amount of love and the response that we're receiving from posting that episode 1 is really incredible.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
wow.
But you know what? It doesn't matter. We're gonna keep this train going. We're gonna keep posting stuff and making sure people show that we're gonna make sure that we take care of
We
y'all.
have 1 view, 2 views, or 50 views. We're still gonna keep posting just because we know that the small amount of viewers that we have, we know they're entertained, and we're entertained
They
too.
appreciate us.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
And it was fun. It's fun making these episodes.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I honestly I watched that episode like a couple times, not just once. I watched it
Yeah,
like 3 or 4
the 50
times.
views that we have so far is me and Anthony.
Yeah, I probably did have like half of those
Because it's
views.
your turn to replay.
And I would just skip to my part when I listen. No, I'm kidding. No, but let's go ahead and say, what are we drinking, guys? I want to see. Like, y'all got these fancy
Today-
cups.
Yes, today I have chamoy and Topo Chico seltzer. That's like my drink, my go-to.
Your
Si ahí
go-to.
está en el bar, I'm going to drink that. Porque
The
si
seltzer
no es
one.
pura tequila.
And Myra, what do you got going on over there?
I am drinking a Cayman Jack margarita. And it's not usually my drink of choice, but they were in the fridge, so I was like,
It's whatever you can take at that time.
Those
I mean,
give me the worst hangovers.
they do. And I'm going to pay for it
Okay.
tomorrow
Yeah.
because I have to wake up for my nephew's baseball game at 8 a.m.
Ándale, cabrón.
But we're gonna take a salud and some ibuprofen, and we're gonna be good to go.
and speaking of salad, we still haven't got that sponsor yet, guys.
Yeah,
Like, over
waiting
here
on Josh
promoting, like-
Leva. Come on now. Sponsor me.
Second time we say his
Give
name.
us a little bit of time, and we'll
Yo
get
nomás
there.
quiero un paquete free.
Right?
Un
Ya
día
está.
vamos a llegar, un
Aquí
día
la
vamos a
ponemos,
llegar.
ahí va a estar y
Todo.
se va a vender sola.
Dice, pues vayan a la Target y compren.
It's in Target and Walmart now.
And my drink of choice today is gonna be the same. I do the Topo Chico and tequila. I'm more of a ranch water, and I got a little sprinkle of tajin. So give it a little taste.
Mexicano.
Yeah.
So yes. Oh, so
So that actually goes into the theme of today's podcast.
yeah. But sorry, let me just go back. So I just want to say, so I was at work this week, and one of my I'm not gonna say names, but one of my coworkers, she just came back from Mexico, right? She's not from Mexico. She's well, I won't say where she's from, but literally,
Just in case she listens.
We know she ain't Mexican, and we know she worked with Anthony.
yeah, but
And Anthony works at.
But listen. So she was talking about her trip, right? And then she was saying she went there for a wedding, and then when she came back, she was like, "Oh yeah, we were at the wedding, and then there was a guy selling mangoes, and they were putting tagine on it.
Not the tagine.
Tagine.
Not the tagine.
Tagine. I was like, God,
Hey, what's that?
what the hell?
¿Y qué es eso?
I know. I was like,
¿Y cómo se come?
and at first I was like, I know, like I normally see like put chamoy. It was like or something. I was like, oh, bien pendejo que soy. Tajín le estaban poniendo a la
Tajín,
pinche
estúpida.
manga.
Lo he dicho, se dice tajín.
I know. I was gonna tell her, but I was like, man, I'm gonna just let her roll with that because I'm sure she's gonna tell other people and they're gonna fucking make fun of her. So I'm just gonna let
Oh
though.
You're just like, I'm gonna just let it happen.
Yes, but yes, now you know.
We're quick to correct these people. I am.
Oh, I'm really quick to correct people all
Yeah.
the time. And that's why I almost cried this morning.
Okay, let's go back to emotional Mayra. Let's go.
Emotional Mayra, the cry of
Why
the
were we
day.
crying this morning?
No, I know it was actually
No.
not this morning. It was like a few hours ago, because I was correcting Adriana because she texted something, and I thought the first time she
Palo.
said it, the way she said it, she typed it was because it was a autocorrect or it was just a typo, because typos happen all the time. But then like the conversation kept going and we were talking,
And it
and then
kept popping up.
and then she kept spelling it the same way, and I'm just like, in the first
Sí, no
episode you
sabe.
said
Don't make fun of my cousin now.
English
Let's
or
get her, 'cause,
Spanish.
ya le dije, listen, Mayra, I don't care what I say. You know what I mean, first of all.
She
Second
already
of all,
said
you know I've been wanting
she's
to
not from
fight
there or
you.
from here.
So, cálmate el pedo.
So I was like, esta no estaba echando mentiras, ni de aquí ni de allá.
Right?
En serio.
And then I reminded her. I'll remind her. I'm
Hey,
like,
but
hey,
yeah.
girl,
Tell her.
we got a podcast. I could roast you on it.
Oh.
Y ahí va, chillando.
Yeah, because I was just like, I'm like that little meme with those little kids. It's like that video that says like, tú te llevas y no te aguantas, eh?
Right?
That's me right there, porque yo me llevo y no me aguanto. So,
Right?
mejor le dije, ¿sabes qué? Déjame le bajo poquito porque al rato sí me van a hacer llorar. Mejor no digo nada.
Well, definitely, that was when I saw it too, I was like, okay, I'm gonna let it slide, but I got your back, cousin. So
So
whatever
y'all
happens, happens.
see whose back Anthony has
I have your back
in
too.
this relationship. So
Because we don't
if
like
anything,
bullying. We don't condone bullying.
this needs to change when we get married.
Uh-uh.
Right now, I'm gonna let it slide.
Cousin.
But
me.
just after December 2nd, Anthony, you don't have to pick.
No,
Who's gonna be
cousin,
loyal
no,
to
cousin,
me,
Cousin, don't.
your
Oh
wife,
my
Don't
God.
fall for that.
So-
or your
trap.
cousin?
It's a
What is this
Think about
episode
it.
about? Because I
Okay.
thought we had this whole list of everything that we're gonna go about, and now we're talking about me, what I'm gonna do. No,
Once
we're gonna go
again.
back into the episode. So let's go back. We got a whole set of stuff that we're gonna talk
Yes,
about.
we
So
got a theme today, and it ties down to our drinks. It ties down to the tequila shots. And today's theme is tell me
Mhm.
how you're Mexican. Like,
Okay.
Pues mi mamá
ah,
y mi papá,
cállate.
los dos son mexicanos, so
Cállate.
así soy yo mexicana.
No,
As he said,
cállate.
but what makes you Mexican? That's the thing. Like, you're obviously we're Mexican, but what makes you Mexican? What's the thing that you feel like gives you that Mexican?
Tell me you are Mexican
what I mean?
without telling me you're Mexican. So and you know, we us Mexicans, we do a lot of crazy stuff that only we will understand.
Right.
Only like if we bring in someone else from some other, they won't understand.
From a different culture,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
even somebody that wasn't raised like Mexican, because there's Mexicans and then there's
Mexican American.
Mexican Americans.
Mhm.
And we were raised Mexican because we are technically considered first generation.
Yeah,
Right.
first generation, everybody.
So definitely a lot of good details with that. So Myra, what is that one thing that you feel that makes you Mexican?
That's a hard one, but I feel like the one thing that makes me Mexican is that I believe that Vaporu is gonna fix everything.
Oh my goodness, same. Have you tried? Vaporu.
Because si me duele la panza, me voy a poner un poquito de
Vaporú.
Vaporú porque se me va a quitar. Si me duele la garganta, me voy a poner Vaporú en
Vaporú.
los pies porque se me va a quitar. So Vaporú it's going to fix everything.
Congestion, Vaporu, lo que sea. And you know the craziest thing? Another culture, they even eat that sometimes. They take a little bit.
My grandpa, my
No.
mom's dad, my mom said that he used to eat it.
Yeah.
So like agarraba un sope así de Vaporú
See,
y
yo lo
vámonos.
miré and I was like, what are you doing? I mean, like, are you that sick? Like, you're confusing?
Man, I've never seen nobody eat it, but that's
Yes, it
hilarious.
throws you off because I was
Yeah. You're
like,
like, what's going on?
are you
Are you
okay?
now I don't feel bad when I put it behind my ears and shit. Like when I'm over here, put it in like I got lotion.
Hey,
or
in
some
the
shit.
first Swift that like, you
I
put
put
on
it
your
inside my
nose, me
nose.
too. I'm like, oh, me quema. I'm like, oh, too
Oh,
much,
I love
too
it.
much,
I
too
love
much.
it. I love that.
Oh
feeling.
no, me and Anthony, like, we vapor rub every night
And
before we go to
todo.
sleep, pretty
Oh,
much. Yeah.
It's like when we're like like when we're doing tortillas en el comal, we just grab it like that. We don't use a fork.
Oh, no, not me.
I'll be like, do you use a
Nobody.
fork?
No, absolutely not. And
I know people that use forks.
Yes, and when I see other people not use their fingers, I'm like, hijo de la chingada, muévete, güey. Y lo agarro con la mano. I'm like, bruh, you're embarrassing me.
And then I touch it, make sure it is hot. And all.
Okay, Anthony, you don't do all of that.
Right.
You don't do all of that because we're gonna
I put my-
because we're gonna come out straight and we'll be like,
But
"Tú
baby,
ni en la cocina te
Es
paras."
que ni en la
That's why I got
cocina
you.
nunca lo
Hey,
miro.
en la cocina no se para, nada más a comer.
Ajá.
True.
Or looking over you like, is the food ready, babe?
Baby,
How much
can I-
time till
Done?
dinner? That's what he does.
That's a little bit of food. Can I get some more?
Am I not gonna get no tortillas with this?
Hijo de la-
I'm just kidding.
Bienvenidos.
No, but yes, definitely that's a good one. Adriana, what do you feel that makes you Mexican?
What makes me Mexican is cuando me enojo, I start speaking Spanish. Y rápido, güey. I'm like, hija de la chingada, y yo no sabía que sabía español. And I'm just
That
like,
good.
Hasta las palabras le salen y se queda ahí, chingado.
chinga, ¿y esa de dónde vino? ¿De
¿Eso
cuál
dónde
rancho
salió?
es? Yeah, you start cussing in Spanish and everything. Like you,
So sales hocicona.
hijo de la. Viene-
It's because everything honestly sounds better in
Yeah.
Spanish.
Oh hell yeah!
Absolutely. When the kids mess up, and I'm like, here I go. I'm in Spanish, and
They're
then
not
hijo
gonna
de la
get their ass
chingada,
whooped.
¿qué estás haciendo? And they straighten up real quick, like nothing.
Oh yeah, but it's because you know whenever your mom says that, like you're in trouble. Especially like if
absolutely.
you're there and you're getting in trouble and your mom says your full name, if you
Yeah.
have a middle name, because
I don't.
I know whenever my
Thank
mom
God.
my mom used to get mad at me, and I just heard Mayra Alejandra, I would be like, oh, I got caught
Here comes
because
your
I already
ass
knew
whooping.
what I did. I just was waiting to get caught, and I usually got caught. So
And I did that too with Jose. I said his whole legal name, like he was my child. Now I know what you mean, girl. This your child.
yeah, and I
Same,
do that to Anthony too. I'll
She
be like,
gives me middle
Anthony,
names.
or I'll be like
Okay.
Antonio. And then
Antonio.
like he gets mad because he's like, "That's not my name." I'm like, "What's your name today?"
No.
Because
It is. Hijo de la
You're
chingada.
talking to the wrong guy.
okay.
He's like,
I
"Who
don't
the
care
fuck is
how old you
Antonio?"
are. I'm gonna say your full legal name and in Spanish con mi acento y vas a ver, cabrón, cuando te
Y te voy a-
agarre
me voy a meter unas palabras, no sé qué voy a decir, pero voy a decir algo.
y te vas a cagar.
I love it. Wow. So
And you cousin, what makes you Mexican?
So I feel like, so when I remember growing up, I remember if I ever got sick, I remember my grandma would say, just drink some 7-Up.
O la Sprite.
El
El
Sprite, like,
Sprite.
because you know it kills everything in your system that's not
¿Te
going
duele
right.
la panza?
Tómate
El
un
Sprite.
seven. No, it was always 7-Up because we couldn't afford Sprite.
Oh.
Here we go again. Where's the little violin, dude? We need a
Oh, yeah.
violin one for this guy.
So it was always
sad.
a 7-Up con frijoles. And,
Frijoles.
Hey,
yeah.
tell me you're Mexican.
Y luego se le quita el dolor de la panza, pero los pedos ya no todo queda.
Bien detox.
That's
like
all I needed.
detox.
That's all I needed. And so now, like, if you're ever feeling sick, just eat some frijoles, 7-Up. It cures everything.
Or Vaporu. Eat Vaporu, apparently.
And
Yeah.
you'll be perfect.
You know?
Apparently, you know, it don't happen.
And that's why we're still here, guys.
I think my mom said one time too that my grandpa used to like drink like rubbing alcohol too.
No.
But I think that was a different
No, es que ya
addiction.
no había
I thought it was
alcohol.
I think that was a
tequila.
different addiction. So
think
let's
I-
not get into
La
that.
botella se estaba empty, so al next
Yeah, let's not get into that. Let's. I
You
think
ran
that's
out of
different.
tequila. That's
Girl,
what
you need to go
happened.
check on your girl. You know, it's like,
Oh, R.I.P.
oh
Sorry.
no.
Just take a swig for
It's
him.
been a long time.
Oh my god.
I hate you.
Nice moment of silence there.
Awkward.
But nice. Yes, that's what I felt like. I remember growing up, like anytime I got sick, they were like, "Tómate un 7-Up," and I was like,
Con unas saladitas.
Or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
esa
yeah.
saladita. No, hombre.
No,
It
yeah,
still
because
works.
whenever Anthony's grandma was living with us, like if she felt sick, she would always ask me for saltines. And then she's like,
7-Up.
"Me traes unas galletas saladas?" And I'll be like, "What is that gonna do?" But I guess, like, I mean, that's her
guess it
thing.
works. I mean, that's
if
still
it
my thing,
helps you,
too.
it's a mentality thing, maybe,
Probably.
So?
maybe because she's Mexican.
Oh, okay.
And
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And you know, you're a Mexican too if you're a little bit racist. And don't tell me how I came up with that just because you said grandma, but
Oh, it has nothing to do
Has
with her
nothing to
grandma.
do
I
with my
promise.
grandma.
Shout out to grandma. You know I love you.
Mi ojo nomás atorado así.
But she could be a little on the racist side, and
But let's
I
be
admit
honest,
it.
though. I
Yes,
feel like
our people-
everybody has a little bit of racism in them. Like as long as you can say like you're not or whatever. But I feel like everybody, like
It's a little bit,
You know?
borderline
Yeah.
racist.
but I don't think you should say that openly, girl.
okay, let's
You're racist?
let's delete that.
No, I'm not gonna delete that.
No, delete
But-
it.
No.
But yes, I feel like, well, especially in cultures not behind us, but like just
Yeah.
in general.
And that's
there's
what I
gonna be
meant. I meant like
racism.
older generations.
Yes,
Because
older
I mean, like,
generations.
we're more open minded about things. But I mean, like, our past generations, like, I feel like the older they are, like, they can't hide it. And
Oh,
they're
no.
they're really bad at hiding
They're
it.
shocked
horrible.
when you bring somebody else from another raza.
Yeah. Or they're
Definitely.
shocked whenever you do things that they're not used to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because
yeah.
living with somebody before you get married, that's a big no.
Very, very much.
Yeah.
And
Mija,
I never
¿qué
saw
estás
anything bad
haciendo?
with that. But
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, you gotta test the waters before you. and I mean that like in a serious note though. Like,
Oh yeah.
I feel
That's
like
the thing now.
you shouldn't marry someone that you haven't lived with because you won't really get to know them until you really, really live with them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And it's gonna be a test, but if you can overcome it, like you'll be fine.
They might as well get married, right, girl?
Yeah, pues ya
Speaking
que-
from experience or what? Nomás estoy preguntando.
Yeah.
The people want to know.
Oh, it's
In today's
experience for
episode
sure.
of Myra's Therapy.
Experience for sure.
Once again, Mayra's therapy.
Hey.
She's letting it all out. She was having
Yeah.
a rough day earlier. Déjenla.
No,
Que sea
yes.
de
We all
esa
have rough days, and definitely, it's definitely one of those things that it sometimes happens. But definitely with the new stuff that we got going on, I know Adriana has over here some postcards or something
Hasta
on
se
her.
confunde el pendejo.
I know she has some postcard or something on the table,
Yeah,
and I'm
no.
trying to read, but I can't.
No, you can't. You
It's
can't.
upside
Es que
down
no
to
sabe leer en español, so estoy
upside down.
ganando.
Hey, pero tú sabes leer en español?
Sí.
Oh.
A ver,
güey.
enséñanos
Sí
pues.
puedo leer bien y en español puedo escribir bien, but I don't know. I
Doesn't-
guess when I'm talking, I'm translating in my head to Spanish. I just get confused, girl. Leave me alone. Ya te
No,
dije,
it makes
güey.
sense. It makes sense. I'm not saying nothing. I'm
She's
saying it
bringing
makes
it up.
sense.
She really wants me to make her cry, cousin.
I'm
Yeah, in
not
the
gonna
middle,
say nothing.
once again?
Like I said.
Oh, so you won't
this
stand
is-
up for me, but you stood up for her?
That's right.
Are you
Let
gonna
it be
cry?
known. Hey, pero ¿quién estaba aquí primero? Ay, yeah. You know what? We have this conversation every
Yes, we did.
single time.
Yes, we
and
do.
we be making people uncomfortable, girl.
Make me uncomfortable.
We be having a group of friends with us, or my brothers, or other cousins, and they just see us fight all the time. Her and I over Anthony once again, and they're just like, I don't know if they're playing. Like I don't know what to do. Mejor.
It gets awkward for me, so it definitely gets awkward for everybody.
Most of the
else.
time, like, I feel like we're playing most of the
Oh,
time.
yeah, for sure.
But there is times where it does get serious.
Oh really?
love it.
Tell me. Yo nunca sabía eso.
Like
Dime.
right now.
Oh.
Are you gonna pick Anthony?
No, don't pick cousins. A trap. Don't do it.
It's a
Hey,
trap.
mira. Hey, you
What?
know the other thing how you know you're Mexican
Mm.
is if you're okay with rice and beans all the time in tu plato.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh my
I eat
God.
that
Yes.
shit out.
Or if you have to
always.
eat tortillas with every meal. Porque
Oh
como mi mamá
my
dice,
gosh.
si no hay tortilla, no amarra.
No, and you know what? Someone gave up tortilla for it, and I'm like, why would you do that? You're Mexican. Like, why?
It's for Jesus.
Or
¿Qué-
bread.
y ahora, ¿cómo vas a comer?
I was like, ¿y qué vas a comer? I was like, you have to use a fork now? What?
my
No,
God,
con un
utensils.
panecito.
No, but
panecito
she
Bimbo.
gave up tortillas and bread. So she gave up.
Ajá.
Oh.
So I was like, ¿y el café de la noche?
Dije, no, amiga, te va a hacer daño.
Hijo, no,
Te va a hacer daño el
no,
café sin-
tu cuerpo se va como que no.
It's gonna go into
She had
shock.
withdrawals.
I was worried for her. And every day I would be like, ¿y cómo te fue hoy? ¿La pasaste
Are
bien?
you still alive? Are you surviving?
And-
Did I ever
and-
see her?
and
She
you
was
know
just
what?
like shaking.
No,
just-
she would be like, no comí porque no sabía qué hacer. And I'm like, girl, you're going through it. You're going through it.
Damn, she did it for Jesus.
For Jesus, the Lord and Savior.
Nice.
I guess. I mean, if that's your thing,
To each their own.
more power to you
And-
because I can never.
So that's like a more recent thing that I've been doing, with Lent, giving up something.
You didn't give up anything though.
This last year I didn't, but the year before I did.
Because it was hard because we were coming up with like big events in our lives that we knew that the things that we wanted to
Okay,
give
so
up,
the only things that I can really give up is alcohol, video games, and
Say it. Don't be scared.
oh, la mota.
say it.
Mhm.
The
Mota.
devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce.
No, hierba buena.
Es la hierba buena.
Hierba buena.
And so
Like,
if I can't give that up because that's what God grows from this.
Yeah, if it was not meant to be, why does it grow?
Ay, ya van a empezar otra vez.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, those are the only three things that I could I really give up. And we're going through a process where we're having a 15.
Yeah, we were having
then-
big events in our lives that
15.
we were gonna be approached. That's another thing, like the way that our culture, we're very
Quinceañeras.
strong on quinceañeras. Like that's a whole event. Other people, when I try to explain it to others or how to invite them to like, hey, it's a quinceañera,
15.
and they're like, well, it's like a birthday party. I'm like,
Dress nice.
no, it's not a birthday party. It's a quinceañera. Yes, it's a birthday party. However, it's like a mini wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
I was like, you have to dress. There's a dress code. You have to dress up. We're gonna peda segura.
For
I l-
sure.
Peda segura. And I was just like,
If we get drunk for a child's first birthday party or a bautizo, you know we're going to get
another
drunk
Mexican
for a
thing.
quinceañera.
Another Mexican
Oh,
thing.
yeah, that's the
Every
thing.
event that we have, why do we always have to bring el pedo?
We always have to bring a 24 pack. It doesn't matter if you're only drinking 2 beers.
Tengo el
You
regalo
gotta
del
supply for
bautizo
everybody.
y un 24 pack.
And then that's like, I feel like that's one thing that like my dad and like my brother always like instilled in me was that you never show up anywhere empty handed,
Oh, yeah.
especially if you're drinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
So like that's why like I kind of like had to tell Anthony every time we would go somewhere, I'm like, are you drinking? Yeah. I was like, okay, well then you need to buy beer.
It's because I shout out to my brother. I was so used to when I go with him, there was already alcohol there. So I'm like, hell yeah, I don't want to.
Still,
Yeah.
till this day,
Yeah,
I
there's
feel
still
bad.
alcohol
I
there.
do feel bad, pero I know there's always alcohol there, and I'm like, pues he's gonna take care of us.
Yeah, but definitely
día voy a
that's
llevar
why
botella.
that's why I got adjusted to that. But you know, definitely now that I go to like all these Mexican parties now, it's more like there's a cooler, like 2 coolers just placed just for beer only. Like
Yeah.
don't
you
be
see,
putting
you
no
see all the
waters
little
in that.
kids opening every cooler,
Just
trying
to
to
find-
find the drinks, and then there's like the really small one where all the juices in the water are.
Apenitas tiene hielo la pinche cooler, pero
I
ahí
know.
Todos
está.
calientes los jugos, pero ahí están los jugos.
Pero la cerveza con madre,
yeah,
con
yeah.
las-
Como dice mi papá, bien muerta.
Ay.
and the bags of ice hasta sobre porque like you had to put it on top and shit. It's
I
just
love it.
like you can't mess up that.
It's our culture, man, and we make a cooler out of everything. Yo, I have gone to like different parties, and there's un barril lleno de ice y beers, and I'm just like, damn, we just make a cooler of everything.
Anything. Just
love
think
it.
about it. And we can have this little tray or something. We put some beers on there, put some ice, whatever. We'll do it.
Yeah.
They'll make it happen.
Yeah, but definitely that's another thing about Mexicans. We can make a party out of everything. Doesn't matter what it is. A bautismo, 15,
And
a
divorcio.
yeah. Man, have y'all seen that video? That one guy when he got divorced, then he went to
Oh,
go
trajo
sign.
la
Trae
banda.
la pinche banda de la madre.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
White cousin.
Because he did it right. And he
did
probably,
do it right. I would do that same thing.
yeah, if you're going through a process like that, you want to make sure you make the best out of everything.
Yeah, why not? Why not celebrate? Everything's a celebration.
And I'm not saying it's for everybody, but it was for that guy, and it was perfect.
El
You made it.
divorcio, la fiesta.
Yeah.
Maybe both.
Uy.
All right.
Mm.
But yes, drinking is always welcome with a Mexican culture. There's a lot of things with Mexican cultures that we live through. I know there was one thing on the list that was like something about a saying that
Yes, una
like-
saying. Bueno, la saying that Mayra always says is en el que rumbo que fuiste, yo ya fui. ¿Cómo, Mayra?
Así no, no es cierto.
Así no va.
Por donde tú vas, yo ya fui.
Sí.
we're gonna go back into
And
those.
my mom used to tell me that all the time because she said that I was always trying to get get away with things, and it was always like, girl, like I've done it, like I've tried everything too, so you can't get away with anything.
But my favorite saying is, no hay pedo, hay peda.
I bet.
Yes, I love
Yes.
that. I was like, no hay pedo, hay peda. Like, si hay un pedo, let's resolve it and over a peda. Like, no hay pedo, hay peda, güey.
Yeah.
Oh, mi otra es, cuando se cierra una puerta, se abre una botella.
Oh, cabrón, esa no me la sabía.
No?
Esa no me la sabía.
Haven't heard that one.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
when
I'm
you're
already
in a hard
done now.
time and, unfortunately something happens, the door closes.
Te corren del trabajo, te
Algo,
corre la
algo,
vieja.
no,
Una de
no,
las.
no sé, donde se cierra una puerta, se abre una botella. Ándale.
That one's a
Te
good
corre la suegra, la que quieran.
No
Like.
hay problema. Pop a bottle. and your
Whatever you're
problem
going through.
solved.
Yeah, literally, te abres una botella. Nice. Una botella de tequila,
Eh, That's the only one
right?
for me.
I really don't have any sayings, so
You probably
I just live through
I
everything.
feel like Anthony just like he's not good at remembering
I don't.
things. Like he he just goes with the flow, and then like if it comes to his mind, it'll come. But he's not a person that will remember certain
Never.
things. No. But growing up, like me and my cousins, we had a lot of different sayings. We had like one of our favorite ones is like "Abuelita, soy tu nieto," like because like when you're trying to like state something that's obvious, como dices, oh, like something like super obvious, right?
Roasting grandma?
Like, no, but it's like because like
Rest in peace.
you're telling your grandma, "Abuelita, soy tu nieto," like yeah, obviously I'm your nieto.
Yeah, like you're just like, hey, wait.
Like you're saying the obvious, you know.
Obvio way. That's mine.
So that's like one of them. Another one that we used to always
way.
say is "Abuelita de Batman." We used to say that one all the time.
No
And a lot of people don't understand, like don't know these, but like it was just something that I grew up with. Like with my older cousins, they would say that all the time. So then one time I was telling my friend Wendy about them, and
shout out Wendy.
and then she was like, "Abuelita, soy tu Batman," and I'm like, "Girl, what the heck?"
Wait, but I'm so confused. What is that?
Like,
So
it's just hard to explain. Like, you just have to like be in the moment to like know what it means. But like, I'm pretty sure that there's people out there that mean it. But like, "Abuelita, soy tu nieto," it's like if somebody says something that's like obvious, you'd be like, "Pues abuelita, soy tu nieto." Like, yeah, obviously, like that's like obvio. O sea,
Sí, pero el Batman
I don't.
he's your rescuer.
is your savior.
I don't know.
Do you say like "Abuelita, soy tu Batman"? Like,
No, not like that. Not like that. You
Like
just
that.
say it like normal.
Y yo soy Robin.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't remember exactly what that
Kidding,
saying means.
cousin.
But I mean, I know I remember growing up that we would say that all the time.
Yeah.
So like those are two that we would always say.
Nice. Definitely.
no, I mean, there's another sayings that you know, like the "Vas a ver cuando lleguemos
A la verga, ya me van a dar unas chanclazos.
a la casa, güey. Vas a
Oh,
ver cuando lleguemos."
the one. ¿Quieres ir al baño?
Oh, that was my mom's favorite.
¿Quieres ir
Oh
al
my
baño, güey?
God, no me aguanto.
no.
No me aguanto.
Me and my brother, we would be at parties, especially whenever we would go over to my dad's side of the family. And let me just say, like, my cousins,
Got you into trouble.
they about it, and they're crazy. And I always was in trouble whenever I was with them.
Yeah.
So if me and my brother were doing something that we weren't supposed to be doing, like, we would just look at my mom, and, like, we just knew that we had to sit our asses down.
Girl,
Yeah,
no,
that was
we
me.
were bad. Like my brother says the best story. You know, Brian. Shout out Brian, my little brother. He says the funniest stories because he was so bad. Like, okay, so my mom, very religious woman, will take
Yes.
us to church, but why
She be
would
knocking on your door.
hey, don't
She's
put
one
my
of
mom a
those.
business like that. Well, anyway, so we were
Who's
bad.
knocking at our door?
We were devil. Like, no, not me. My brother is a pinche demonios, güey. Y mi mamá, like, she still believed in them. Like, un día Dios los va a rescatar, o quién sabe qué. And they're just heathens. Like, we would go to church, they would rip one. And, you know, church is
Oh, yeah.
quiet. They would rip one. And my mom, there goes my mother, takes them to the restroom. And I'm like, ¿qué está pasando en el baño, güey? Y vienen para atrás bien calladitos.
Boom, pinche
Or-
chanclazo. Oh, I remember because
Brian?
Brian he would be like, damn, I remember one time I got stabbed by my mom.
'Cause
We were like,
my mom
stabbed.
didn't- my mom
You're
didn't-
like, she took us to the restroom at church, grabbed her heel, and from the heel that she had, it was just fucking stabbing the shit.
No way. My mom swears she never did that. Hey, yo no sé. I never got in trouble. I was too scared personally. But yeah, my brother said
And I was
no
like-
tenía chanclas. Tenía una high heel. I was like, ah, su madre. And
And
you
I was
still didn't
like-
learn your lesson, güey?
I know.
But I feel like that's a thing with like Hispanic parents. Ellos nunca te pegaron.
Oh, hell
Y si
no.
te pegaban, les dolía más a ellos que a ti.
Yeah.
Because
No se
that was my
recuerdan.
mom's, like if you tell my mom right now, ella nunca nos pegó.
No.
Ella
That's
nunca
so
nos
funny.
pegó, pero si ella nos pegó, le dolía más a ella que a nosotros.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, how? I'm the one that's getting hit over here. Like, how does it hurt you? Tell me.
I have the
Yeah.
emotional damage, way.
I was like, I'm traumatized.
Literally, and they can hit you from anywhere. I remember one time.
Anything's a weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, I remember one time I was running, and I just fucking felt the pantufla hit the shit out of my fucking head, and I boom,
The same thing happened to my brother. The same thing.
and I
happened
was
to my
like on the
brother.
other side of the house. I was like, what the
That
fuck?
shit
And my mom-
curved?
yeah, my mom got me.
Oh yeah, my mom had like
somehow.
a crazy curve.
And then
too.
she comes in the room, and I'm over there crying because I'm like, what the fuck hit me? And then,
Yeah,
and
that's
then my
cabezón,
and then my
güey.
grandma comes in, "Ya no le pegues," and I was.
Oh,
It was a
yeah.
big
Wow,
thing.
tu
My grandma was
abuelita.
taking care of me.
Ahorita.
But yeah, that's crazy. And I not to go back into ripping ass.
Oh my god.
So I remember this story. Even
Notorious for that.
I remember Brian telling the story all the time. So my family was very
yes.
very religious, like to the point where we did
El
the
Niño
El
Jesús.
Niño Dios.
Oh,
So we would always
lo levantaban y lo acostaban.
That's
Yes.
another
Yeah,
thing.
my
I love
dad-
Mexican. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a thing.
We would do that with my dad's family too.
And yeah.
All right, sorry. So yes, we were always the ones to host the baby Jesus when you put him to sleep. I don't know what do you call it. What is it called, baby?
Lo levantabas y luego lo dormías.
Yeah, but what is the thing called? Like
El arrollamiento.
yes. So we did that, and it was always at our apartment. We
Yes.
lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, and we had everybody
Hella
come over.
family. We were
Toda la
cramming
familia,
there.
todos los vecinos.
And
los
it
amigos.
still blows my mind because I was like, everybody in here has a house. We're the only ones that have an apartment. And we're
2-bedroom apartment.
a
at
2-bedroom
that.
apartment. And we're throwing everybody in this fucking place.
Es que saben cómo era mi casa, güey. En un desmadre.
But that's neither here nor there. But I remember one time Brian telling the story.
My
And
brother.
so when
All right, girl, we get it. Brian's your brother.
your beloved brother.
Oh,
And so I remember one time we were doing it, right? And my mom, a huevo quiere que yo esté like next to her when I was doing it. So I was fucking on my knees next to baby Jesus.
Así bien
Mwah, baby Jesus, here you go. Right?
Pinche besote le dio al
Hey,
pinche
would y'all get candy when y'all would kiss it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah, that was my favorite part.
And so I
We
remember,
getting
so
candy. I was kissing that fool. We're no candy.
we got candy. But so when we were doing the prayer part, so, you know, because there was a shitload of people, there was people in the hallway because couldn't be part on the
There was
ground
so
where
many
everybody
people,
was
I
at.
remember being hot.
It was hot as
Oh, I
fuck.
bet it was
Hot.
hot as shit.
Yeah,
in
because
there.
we had menudo and shit. But next thing you know, like, you know how sometimes it gets quiet during the prayer? And so we had my cousin, Chris.
The bad ones. Like, oh my God, cousins were bad. We were
Red-
all bad.
He ripped the meanest fart.
Like,
Ripped the
loud.
fucking meanest
Like, I
fart.
vibrated like the floor, like, like.
It was so bad that, like, when it happened, we all looked back to the hallway. And we looked back, and you know who we were looking at?
Your grandma.
At Brian.
Brian, dude. And Brian was
And Brian's just standing there like...
Brian was like, he's just a little bit older than Anthony. So
Yes,
they're
he's
the
like a year or
youngest.
two older
So
than me.
My brother is
So when
short,
when he
stubby.
farted, they all took off to the bedrooms and left Brian there by himself.
Oh man.
So we're all looking at Brian like, what the fuck? Like
Dude, not my baby Jesus.
this, like we were all looking at him like, dude, did you just do that in the middle of the prayer?
No.
And to this day, he was like, man, I can't fucking believe him. He fucking did that shit and he took off,
gets
and I took
really
the
mad.
blame for it.
He still gets really mad telling that story because
I
it was
know.
hilarious.
But literally, when it happened, it was glorious because it was like, damn, dude,
It's
like.
just one of those moments that
And my mom was pissed. Like she,
Oh, I bet.
she took that serious.
Yeah,
girl,
they take that
very.
thing very serious.
You know, we're always late to everything, being Hispanic, but that we could never be late. To.
You're like, oh, we
No.
gotta get there on time.
Early,
Literally.
extra early.
if you didn't come, we weren't opening the door and you weren't getting no food.
No, and that's like I feel like that's where it was different at my family's because my dad's family, like, they're known for being late. Like, I have an aunt, like, she's getting in the shower at 9 p.m. to go to birthday parties. Like, that's how late they are.
Yeah.
And one of my aunts, so the thing with my dad's family is, like, everybody has a baby Jesus, so everybody wants to do it. You know, everybody wants to have their arrollamiento.
Yeah.
And they never want to do it all in the same house. So then there's all these different houses you have to go to, and it's
Same night?
no, it's not
No,
gonna be the same
different
night. It's
nights.
different nights. So like we go like a whole month.
Just doing a arrollamiento.
Yeah.
I told Myra after the first time I did it, I was like, I'm not doing this shit again. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And the worst thing was
I
like one of my
apologize.
aunts.
I love baby Jesus.
Diosito te va a castigar.
No, pues que me castigue because I wasn't gonna go to 10 things in a row. Like I already
could
did it
barely-
once.
I
One
could
is good
barely
enough.
Survive his
One is good
No,
enough.
yeah.
with my heathen brothers.
10?
Like,
No, yeah, and the
No,
crazy
ma'am.
thing is like one of my aunts did hers on New Year's Eve every single year. So every single year, whenever we were younger, we would go to her house and do it. And the worst part was, it's like, so when you have these arrollamientos, you have what they call los padrinos. So they're the people that like have the baby Jesus, and they have like a little cobijita or something, and then they like rock them back and forth, and they sing the little song. "Al arroyo niño So you know that song?
¿Cómo?
A ver,
Ya no
cántala.
la, ya la canté, ya la
Cántala,
canté.
cántala.
No, ya.
I didn't hear. I'm
no.
sorry. I
En
wasn't
la
paying attention.
And then,
Say it.
so they would be the ones with the little cobijita and everything. And so my tía, los padrinos que ella tenía, like, llegaban tarde siempre. Y lo peor era que era en, like, New Year's Eve. So here we are, 11:59 p.m. and still praying. Nos agarraba el año nuevo rezando.
Oh.
And we were all like, and then she would make these things so long. Like, they were so long. And then she would sing in between every, because son, what do they call them? I
When you
forgot.
grab the
Yeah.
rosario, the
Los misterios.
Los misterios, yeah.
Primero, segundo, whatever. So son.
El quinto misterio.
Uh-huh. So, like, between every single one, she would sing. And let's just say she did not have the best voice.
Ooh, she
So
thought she
then-
was Jenny, right?
But tequila,
Yeah.
tequila always tells me I got a great voice.
Oh, well, yo también.
Oh,
pero
yeah.
eso era otra cosa diferente.
That's gonna be episode 3, karaoke night.
No, because we're not doing that.
No, I'm just kidding.
Um,
So yeah,
Not
she was
enough
singing
tequila in
it.
the world.
And she would sing, and so then that would make it even longer because she would literally sing half of a song, and it was different songs. And it was her and her husband, and neither one of them had like a good voice or good rhythm.
They never matched.
And the thing with me and my dad's family and my aunts, like, everything's funny to us. Like, we
Oh,
laugh
yeah.
about everything. Like,
Oh, yeah.
everybody's always joking about something. And, like, we're all always joking around. Especially, like, all my aunts and, like, my dad. Like, if you know my dad, like, you know he's always imitating somebody
I love
or
him.
telling jokes or
Great
he's
guy.
just doing something.
Yeah.
So then, like, it was so hard not to laugh. And then, like, I couldn't even look around the room because I would start laughing. And I'm the type of person that if you start laughing, I won't stop.
Oh no, she doesn't.
I won't stop. Like, I'll just keep laughing
and
and
you
laughing.
know she's laughing.
Okay, Melina.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And no, literally, because like I tell, like he gets mad at Melina all the time. I was like, stop, like she can't control it because I know how it is. Like
Yeah.
that's me. And like I
guess.
couldn't even look around. And then like if I would look at one of my aunts, like they would be laughing at her singing.
Oh, no.
And then like my mom would be next to me, like my mom would be like across the room, and I would just look over at my mom, and she would just be giving me like the meanest.
Te voy a llevar al baño.
Yeah, the meanest look. And then I would look over to my dad, and my dad's laughing too. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't stop. So it's like every single year was always the same thing. And it's like every time my mom's like, te quiero al lado de mí, no quiero que estés allá porque nada más estás de payasa como tus tías. And I was like, oh, excuse me? Okay. So.
This is nothing to joke about, Myra. Okay,
Yeah.
this is
And
baby
my mom
Jesus.
took this very serious.
Yeah.
My parents didn't care. They knew what's up. They knew what they were raising.
They
Oh,
knew,
yeah.
They knew what they reproduced.
And
Literally-
you know what? Okay, so last episode we said how me and Anthony are the same person.
Yeah.
My dad and his mom were the same person.
Yeah, they
I
were.
forgot to tell you that. Like my tia and my dad, the same exact person.
Yeah,
dude.
but
They're-
he was the guy and
And
my
she-
mom was the girl.
Yeah.
And so she literally like they called her Chiva. So and you
And
don't get that nickname for no
That's
reason.
a whole other episode too that we need to start. Well, I guess we could say it here because you know my dad had a nickname for everybody, and that nickname till this day is still your
stuck.
nickname.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like if
I
we
know
call
yours,
you
but I'm
that-
not gonna say it.
Yeah, please don't. Please
Say
don't.
it.
Because my dad
Say-
was.
Hey,
not-
she said yours last episode.
know she
No,
did.
no, my dad was just so funny. He was just a funny guy. Y le valía madre, güey.
You'll say
Decía
it.
lo que like exactly like how we
Hey,
are.
but I'm proud to be Chompa's way.
He is. My dad named him Chompas Way.
And every time
Is it because it got a big old head or what?
Cabezón también.
yeah,
Oh,
but he would be Chompa's way.
He got
Just the
into
way
it.
he
It was
say it.
Chompas Way. It was. I don't know. It was
And I
a
loved
thing.
him for it.
But I feel like every family has like an uncle que bautiza a todos.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
my daddy.
Yeah, because our family, we have my tío Checo. Algunos no le entienden ni lo que dice el güey. Pero. Ajá,
And if my
él bautiza
daddy,
a todos.
and if he didn't make you cry with your nickname, he would try harder. And
Yeah.
that name sticks with you. Our family is just so mean to each other. It's
But-
I want to hear some of these names. What were the.
All right, so
Okay,
you know the
here you
worst
go, here
one
you go.
was
The worst one.
Which one?
Kula.
Kula. Yes, and that
That was our worst cousin.
the worst
though.
cousin.
Hey, was that the one that farted?
Yes.
Oh,
The one that
man.
farted, the one that
Pinche
tore
kula.
our house. Yeah, exactly. Just like that. Every time he hit
Kula.
the corner, and you will see him, and he'll be like, kula. Loud girl.
Oh,
Loud. You think
man.
I'm loud? He was loud.
So maybe he was bad because of the nicknames we were giving him, or like
Se
our
estaba
uncles.
defendiendo. No
Yeah.
sé, no sé,
Or
pero.
he was living up to the
we
name.
still
Who
call
knows?
him Kula.
Yeah, we see him to this day.
Till this day, Kula.
Kula.
What are some other
Y la
ones?
otra es escaleta.
Escaleta.
Escaleto y escalera.
Escalera.
Escaleto because el güey está skinny as fuck. Escaleras because he's tall.
Tall,
And I'm
yeah.
like, Daddy.
So that was the same person with
Oh,
two nicknames?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Everybody, I think, had two nicknames. But, man, I was like, you're so mean. Pobrecitos. And that's our name. And that's
Yeah.
how we call each other.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And then one of them was Bimbo.
Oh,
What is that?
sí, Bimbo.
Brian.
Oh,
El
man.
pan.
Bimbo.
Pan Bimbo. I was like, Daddy, that's your son, Dad.
Yes, ni el hijo se le escapaba.
No one's safe.
Nobody.
No one's safe. And his mom, we call her Chiva. My dad called her Chiva, her own brother, because when she laughed, she sounded like a goat.
Yeah.
I was like, Daddy.
It was loud. She was a loud laugh. Like,
Loud
Oh, for
laugh.
real?
It
yeah,
was
she-
like,
just like
and because of that, my dad called her Chiva, and I still call her Chiva, and I'm like, good. What was I thinking?
She gonna come pull your legs, girl.
I deserved it, girl. I deserve it. What's
Oh, is that what it was?
You're just like, oh, damn, that's what I'm feeling.
I thought I had a cramp.
That's your mom trying to like let it go. Stop saying my name.
No,
What
yes,
was your
but
sister's nickname? Oh,
torta or what? Oh, sorry.
I'm like, y'all gonna say it or no?
he
No,
said it
no.
already. So
I did say it. I remember the first time I heard it. My sister was mad,
pissed.
and so I'm sorry.
And every time
I'm
we
sorry
said it, she
you
got
you
pissed.
lived through that, but it was funny, and it was hilarious.
I don't even think torta is as bad as cula.
No, it's
Who wants
not.
to walk around being named ass?
I wouldn't want to be named that.
Absolutely not. So I'll take torta all day.
But yes, everybody had a nickname. I'm not gonna throw any of them more, like because there were some bad ones, but I'm not gonna. But
let's just,
everybody
what was
had it.
Adriana's? I want to know Adriana's.
I'm not gonna say it. She will say it.
What was yours, Adriana?
De verdad no sé, güey. Tantos.
Sí sabes. Okay, say one of them.
Wait, because they love me so much.
Oh,
Really
okay.
good
See, this is her
nickname.
thing. Everybody loves her so much that nobody does anything.
All right. I'll do this. I'll do this.
Everybody loves me.
If they post, like, if we get 100 comments on our YouTube channel,
No,
different people, not the same person, different comments.
One comment.
No. All right, I'll make it easier. 50.
No,
I'll say her name.
I won't. Like you.
But yes,
They love
that
me.
that
I
is the
have 50
commitment I'm
fans.
making to the podcast.
I don't.
If we
I
get
don't know how I
15
feel about this.
different people saying, let's hear it, I will say it.
And if y'all are my real friends,
Y'all would
better
comment.
not.
Y'all would comment.
Better not. I will unfriend y'all.
What's one less? What's one less?
Right. No, but definitely that's different. That's just Mexican cultures. Like you get to live that through Mexican cultures just because that's how we are. Like we literally do shit like that all the time. We get drunk, we give each other nicknames, we tell jokes, we live it up. We go to the max when we do this. So it's just like one of the many things that I love about our culture.
Yes, I
So
love it.
it's definitely entertaining.
And
to
even
see.
like the boyfriends will get nicknames.
Oh yeah.
No one's safe.
No.
O si no tienes novio o novia, y el novio,
Yeah.
y el novio.
Because my uncle, well, the first day he met Anthony, lo bautizó luego.
Oh, for real.
¿Qué le puso?
And I didn't get it the first time.
Yeah, like Anthony was so lost whenever he said it, but le puso el dreamer.
He said I was a dreamer.
Yeah,
And I
because
was
he
like-
said that he looked like he didn't have paper.
And I was like, a dreamer? What the
Y
hell?
este güey todavía thinking about
I
it.
know, like the whole time, and Anthony's like, what did he mean by that?
I didn't know, but I guess like dreamers are the ones that are going through the process of like getting papers, and so I was like, oh shit, I would have known that shit because I had papers, cut.
Yeah, but it's because
I'm a
I feel like
US
that's the way
citizen.
that you get
Yeah.
like inducted to a family is like if you get a nickname, like they like you. If
Mhm.
you don't get a nickname, then you're still like, I don't know about you.
Yeah, that's true. But yes, that was funny. I remember that day too, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I still don't know. I didn't know like till they explained it to me. But it was definitely funny, and I was just kind of going along with it. So you just, whatever, man. I've been called worse.
In my own family.
He's like,
that
my
loves
own
me.
family has
Own
done me
blood.
wrong.
You think
my
that's
own
gonna hurt
blood.
me? It's not.
Hey, if you think, come over here to my family. Let me show
Yeah,
you.
literally. But yes, that's definitely awesome. And I want to go back. I keep seeing these postcards. Like, what the hell is going on with this?
These are just little sayings. Like another saying that's very known is "Calladita te ves más
Bonita.
Órale, cabrones.
And that's kind of similar
Tómale,
to
tómale, tómale,
if you
tómale.
ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Say nothing at all. Oh, baby girl, you look cute just like you are. And
Just
I
sit there
love
and look
saying that
pretty.
to Myra because Myra, I look over and talking about laughing. I will say this at least once every time we're hanging out. I'm just like, look over and this bitch is laughing. And I'm like, ¿y ahora de qué te estás riendo? And then
And
I'll be
she's
like,
going
¿sabes
into
qué?
it.
Calladita te ves más bonita, mejor no lo
But it's
digas.
because like like a lot of the times it's not I'm laughing at like anybody in the group. Like I'm a people watcher.
Yeah.
So I observe a
What?
lot. So like
True.
if we're sitting somewhere at a restaurant or something, like most of the time I'm not even paying attention to what's going on in our own table. I'm
Literally-
everywhere else. But como dice mi mamá,
Literally.
estoy en todas partes menos en misa.
Yes. Literally, like, we'll be having dinner. We're, like, over here talking to each other. And she's over there listening to somebody else's party.
Like that time when we went
And-
out at 4 in the morning, pedas, hungry, cranky, sleepy, pero esa todavía estaba listening to the
el
next
chisme.
table. ¿Y qué estaba pasando, güey? Diles la historia.
No, don't tell the story. Just say the part that, like,
So,
Oh, it's because this girl was mad at her man because he was trying to tell her who to dance with. And then she say, "You can't tell me who to dance with." Like that was all you could hear the whole night. And I was just like, her toxic trait is you can't tell her who to dance with. But it's because this story started since we were at the place we were hanging out at because it so happened that same couple was.
so you've been listening for more than an hour.
yes, over an hour, dude. Has a whole story.
Hey, but it wasn't just me by myself, okay? My girl Luz was with me, and we the same.
It was
so
a whole
she was
pinche
listening-
novela right
she was
here.
listening
This
to
one
the same
novela,
thing,
plot
so-
twist after plot twist.
And then at the club, he was just like, "So you're just gonna let 17 years go down like that?"
Ooh.
And then we were looked at each other like, 17 years.
Jesus
But yeah,
Christ.
like yo en todo estoy menos en misa, and like sometimes whenever we're hanging out, like I'm not even laughing at anybody at the table or like her or anything. Like I'm just laughing at something that's going on in the background or like around us, and that's what I do all the time.
Wow.
I think it's
And
hilarious.
and I can firsthand say that anytime we go anywhere to eat, the first thing I see is Myra is just like
There she goes. La La Land.
listening just to her surroundings. see
No,
what she
but then
can hear.
Anthony does this thing where he doesn't want me to do that. But then if I'm laughing, he's like, "What's happening?" And I'm like, "No, you don't want to know. You don't want me to eavesdrop.
You're right.
So why you
But
want
I
to know?"
said, you're right. I really don't care.
I love it. I'm like, ¿y qué más? ¿Y qué pasó?
¿Y ahora
ponte
qué
más
le
pa-
dijo?
Hazte más para allá para escuchar bien, please.
I'm like, oh.
I
just
love
kidding.
it.
Nah,
Another
it's fun to a point, but yes, go ahead.
another question. As Mexican culture, Univision or Telemundo, way?
Univision.
Absolutely.
Univision. It just depends.
No, Univision.
The novelas are so much better in Univision.
Oh, novelas, yeah,
Todo, güey.
Univision. Todo.
Todo
If they had the,
exagerado.
if they had La Selección playing and they had it on Telemundo, I'm watching it. I'm that type of Mexican that I never miss a Mexico game, and you can ask Myra too.
Yeah,
to
because
confirm
they'll be playing 9, 10 p.m. and Anthony's sitting there watching this game. Although we know how it's gonna end because Mexico's always gonna be Mexico.
But I support because at the end of the day, I am Mexican
¿Quién
in a
eres,
way.
cabrón? That's right. Represent. Let
And
it
so
be known.
if I have an opinion, I'm gonna express it.
That's right. Let it be known.
But I remember the worst one that Myra, it tripped her out. So one time, so in Mexico went to the Olympics, right? And they were playing in Japan or something like that. And so the games were like at 2, 3 in the morning. I would set an alarm, wake up 15 minutes before the game started, and like get ready and go watch the game in the living room. I was that committed to that shit.
Yeah, he was like I wouldn't even because like my thing is like cuando yo me duermo.
True.
Yes.
Y he would set alarms. I wouldn't even feel him get up to go watch this game. I would only feel because it was closer to me waking up. I would feel him come to bed, and I'm like, "Where were you?" And he was like, "I'm watching the game." And I'm like, I was like, "At 3 in the morning, Anthony?" He's like,
Yeah,
"What?
yeah,
Mexico was
yeah.
playing," and I'm like, "Oh my god."
What, girl? You rather him be right there todo echado en sus
Okay.
calzones mirando la tele or in the club?
Okay,
Ah,
mom.
pues.
That's the same thing my mom tells me all the time.
Estás
Porque
ganando, cabrón.
cuando le digo que Anthony nada más se la pasa en el juego, ¿y qué? ¿Prefieres que esté allá en los bares y allá con sus amigos y que no te haga caso? ¿O que esté en la casa jugando?
Ajá,
And I'm
mira.
like, damn, mom, be on my side for once.
Cousin, she hit the jackpot. She don't even
I'm
know
just
it.
saying, I grew up playing soccer, so I love it so much that like any opportunity there is to watch it or play or whatever, I'm about
Down.
it. I'm doing it. And that's the thing. Like that was my passion. I grew up. I feel like that's what gave me like my Mexican roots. Just loving my passion for the game of soccer.
Yeah.
So definitely, I think that's like my only thing that I had to put on the table.
Yeah. But I feel like I like it too, but I draw the line at sleep. Like if it's gonna
Yeah.
interfere with my sleep, I'm asleep because if anybody knows me, I can sleep.
I liked it too until we had to go see Anthony play soccer every single Saturday or Sunday in the Texas heat.
Oh,
All fucking shade.
I love going
Oh,
to little kids games and like games like that. Like
Oh my
I'm all about supporting the children and
Okay,
making them
now I
know.
am.
No, it's
but-
different because back then, like, there was no trees.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, it's because, like, I was playing every single weekend and I was practicing every single day. There was a time where, like, our coach was making us go to practice Monday through Friday, literally. And so, and then Saturday, Sunday was tournaments and games. So it was just
All
like
day, girl.
every single day. Lived and I breathed
remember
that shit.
being at the park all day. And they would pack, my tia and my mom will pack lunches. And I'm like, why? We don't even like him that much.
I remember one time, Nacho pulled up with a.
Nacho's my uncle. And yeah,
He got a nickname
yeah,
too.
that's his nickname. Nachos.
He, and he got a. He pulled up with a cooler. He was the only. It was like we were playing in like Richland or something like that. And he pulls up with a cooler full of beers.
Oh man.
Traditional.
Not that type of game.
Yeah,
Not that type of game.
Nothing but white people everywhere, and this guy with a freaking cooler. We were the only Mexican team there, and then this my uncle just pulls up with a cooler full of beers, like ready for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
desmadre.
go.
He's ready for the desmadre.
Hey,
He's
so
he's
who's that uncle now? Who's that uncle now that shows up?
Anthony.
Absolutely. My kids, baseball. We'll be playing select. With the widest of the widest neighborhood, with the widest team. Y ahí viene Anthony. Con el desmadre.
I be playing music on my phone and my speaker, and then I brought a cooler once, and I'll be like, "Hey, what you want?"
And I don't know why he chooses to open the can of beer, whatever.
Right in
we're
front of them,
drinking, as soon
and then pour it in my cup.
When it's the quietest of times.
Yes, as soon as they're like exchanging something, todo bien calladito, I open up a can. And I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna kick us out.
No, I am that uncle. I'm the type that I need to drink now at a games to enjoy it.
Okay.
And I'm the one with the matraca.
Traca, 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 traca,
Ese
traca.
es mi hijo. Ah!
And that was my mom.
and
My mom
there
was
you
the
go.
one at the games with the matraca. Ra, ra, ra.
Tradition continues.
Yes.
It was just
So yes, we live through our parents and we show our support and love.
still to this day.
Yeah, because I feel like that's one big thing in like Mexican culture. Family is like a really big thing.
Yes.
And it's like everybody has family, and I mean some are closer than others, but like you always have some like there's always people in your corner that are rooting for you and that will show up for you no matter what. And I feel like me and Anthony try to be that. Like we try to like show up for like everybody like as much as we can. Like sometimes
Especially for games.
yeah, sometimes like it gets a little complicated because games interfere and stuff like that, or things just don't go as planned. But I feel like we try to show support as we can because we feel that family is like a big thing for us.
Oh yes.
And it's like we think that in the Hispanic culture that's always like a thing because like I've heard like growing up I never thought that like families fought or like people stopped talking or anything like that because like my family always grew up so close to each other that I'm like, wait, you don't talk to so and like your cousin or you don't know them or whatever, but I'm like, I talk to all my cousins, like all 200 of them.
It
like,
happens.
I know all of them, you know,
Don't
like
be throwing our dirty laundry in that.
Yeah, why are you looking at us when you say that,
because
girl?
I'm talking to y'all, like y'all
Okay.
through y'all's own
You
dirty
can look at
laundry
the
out
camera.
there.
Not even. It could be- Because if it wasn't part of your family, you don't have to say it. I'm just kidding.
Oh, hey, but
I'm
she's
just
y'all. Hey, Mayra, you're
No.
joining our family. You can say
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. You're right. You have every right. No, but I'm saying, but at times, like, it's gonna, maybe it happens, it doesn't happen. And maybe it's just how close, pretty much how families are. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like still some families are, regardless of what happens, they're still very close.
Oh yeah, and then I feel like with my family, like I feel like that happens a lot. Like I know that there's people that make certain decisions that maybe some people are not okay with, but at the end of the day, like, well, you're still family. So,
Yeah.
like, when
No,
I see
definitely.
you, I'm going to talk to you and stuff like that.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like when you go to an event or you go anybody's house, you have to say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm not saying you have to hug and kiss everybody,
No.
but at least acknowledge every person.
Acknowledge
Everybody,
have to
even if
acknowledge-
it's not your
yeah,
house
dices
and you're
hola
going
tu tía.
somewhere, say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Just a
I
thing.
try to imply that to everybody because I'm like,
Same.
you're not the one that like people are gonna come to you. You have to go to
Yeah.
people.
Especially if you're showing up to a place. So it's different if you're already there and they show up and then they don't see you or don't say hi.
Right.
But if you're showing, like, say, for instance, like, we're here right now and somebody walks through that door right now.
They better
have
say
to
hi
say
to
hi to
everybody.
everybody.
We
And
don't
if
have to
you
say
miss
hi to them.
somebody, then ahí va el chisme. ¿Y qué tienen estos?
Yeah, and then I know that, like, because I have a really big family, and
different
whenever we
cultures.
go to parties, like, say my aunt estaba en el baño cuando yo llegué, and I see her later on, I'm like, oh, tía, aquí está, ni la había visto. And I'll
Yeah.
go up to her and say hi to her.
Better.
Because that's just how I was raised. Like, my mom and dad always taught me, you show up to somewhere and you say hi to everybody.
True.
Same here.
And even
It
if
doesn't
you-
matter if it's
and I-
100 people.
I tell that to my kids still, and they do it because it's just a thing. You have to say hi.
Right.
Except Robert, he don't say hi.
And that's how you know
No,
the people that are beefing with each other because they skip each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
What happened there?
What's
What
going
happened
on?
there?
All right, guys. So I know we have one little
Yeah.
postcard. Let's say it real quick.
No, this is gonna be a speed round. It's gonna be
Speed round.
really quick between you and Mayra. I'm gonna
right,
shoot out
let's
some
go.
questions, and y'all gonna figure it out. Hey, loser takes a shot.
Takes a shot. Let's
Yeah,
go.
That's how we're gonna do it. Where do Latinos put most of their pots and pans?
Oh, in the oven.
Vámonos.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
I take a shot.
Yeah, because Anthony one time turned on the oven and
Nice.
me
I
derritió
The lids and everything.
la tapa de una de las cazuelas.
Then we have more questions and shots.
Anthony, the shot wasn't after we end. Like, whoever
Yeah,
answers the
and
most questions.
that
Ah!
was- Okay, cousin. I respect. I didn't stop
Go.
you. You saw how I didn't stop you?
But I didn't stop him either, but I'm just saying it afterwards.
I like how you said it afterwards. Go.
Mom, I'm bored. Pues ponte a.
Limpiar.
Limpiar.
Y Mayra won that one.
No, I said it.
No. All right, here we go. Arriba.
Pa abajo, pa el centro, pa dentro.
I don't know. I had to finish the whole thing.
Well, there you go. Take a shot now.
Yeah, I had to take a whole shot because I didn't take a shot. But that was just a little speed round so y'all can know. Yeah, that was.
That's just part of our traditions. But yes, thank you guys once again for watching. I know this is kind of a weird thing that we're doing, but yeah, I feel like we're loving it. We're gonna keep going with this train. As you see, we're kind of posting more stuff now and kind of trying to be more relevant or whatever.
Put ourselves out there.
Yes, we're just trying to get the word out. If anything you can do to share or
Tell us what you
anything.
think, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Tell
if
us
you
what
have
you're
any
feeling.
suggestions, put those in the comments.
But don't be mean or ugly because I'm still about it.
Oh, it's true.
I'm still about it. Yo
We can put
cambiado,
anybody.
Yo soy una educated woman, but I'm still about it.
Yes.
She still whoops some ass.
but
No,
yes.
but yeah, like send us like a message on Instagram or whatever. But yeah, just feel free to like follow us on Instagram. We're on YouTube as well, so just
Yeah.
subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe, do all the good things. I know we're gonna keep posting it. Of course, if you want to be a guest or something, let us know. We're welcome to anything.
Yeah, we're
Any
gonna start
suggestions,
doing
we're gonna
that,
do
so
anything. We're open
your
to
name out there.
everything. But yes, thank you guys once again. This is La Hora de
Del
Desmadre.
Desmadre.
We have
Adriana.
and
Mayra.
yours truly, Anthony, and we're just excited to be here with you guys. But yes, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day, wherever time you're watching it. Peace.
Peace.